Greetings, Terrarians, Khaios here. Some time ago, I attempted a first day build challenge on the server, and I think I kind of failed at it. And so I thought I would try again. However, I thought I'd give myself a second day, and in addition, I thought I would have a specific build in mind, so I knew what materials I was going out to gather. And so today, I'm going to be seeing if I can build an ocean pontoon in just 2 days. Okay, so the first thing that you'll notice is that again I have the gold watch, but this time I also have a mining helmet. In the 1 day build challenge that I did, I had a lot of people saying that it was a little too dark for them anytime that I went into some caverns, and I had several suggestions that I bring some shine potions or a mining helmet, but I decided to go ahead and take them up on that offer. It doesn't really impact the build a whole lot. It's still heavily dependent on RNG. It just makes it a better viewing experience for you guys. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do for this. Now, since I do have a general idea of what I would like to be building, and that being the pontoon, I have a better idea of what materials I'm shooting out to gather. I might not be able to get everything depending on what World Gen has given us, though I did see during the creation cycle that we have corruption, so I know that we have ebonwood, which means that I can get ebonwood bathtubs for the flotation devices on the pontoon. What I'm not sure about is ores, or if we have living trees, although I do see that we have lead and copper here. The lead is not going to be too important for me. I don't think I need it at all, in fact, maybe to make an anvil, but I'm sure I could just find one naturally. The copper, however, I was hoping for tin, to be perfectly honest, but copper will still work. I'll be turning it into copper plating and using it for the roof of the pontoon. Tin would have worked a little bit better because it's got a gray texture that would have, a gray color that would have looked nice on the roof, but I'll take copper plating. It'll look more like it's rusted, which will probably fit the build just fine since it's kind of a pieced together flotation device made from various materials that the angler might have found lying around the ocean. So it would make sense to have some rusted metals. I'm also hoping that I can find a living tree with a living loom inside the chest, though that seems to be pretty rare nowadays, or at least with my world gens. I've already played through this challenge a couple of times on different worlds just to see how it goes. I did record, but I died pretty quick a few times and had to restart. And here we are in this attempt. Hopefully this is the one that you guys actually get to watch. I don't need anything from the desert per se, but I am going to grab some cactus because I've had issues with survivability in this challenge in the past, and I'd like to have some better weapons and armor if at all possible. So while I'm not going to go underground in the desert, I'm going to pick up all the cactus I can. Hopefully I can make a sword, which it looks like I'll probably be able to, and if I'm lucky, make a set of armor as well. Maybe a pickaxe just so I can swing a little bit faster. In fact, I'll probably make the sword and the pickaxe first, and then if I can make armor on top of that, that would be a nice solid plus. A lot of the pontoon is going to be made out of rich mahogany, so it's going to be a pretty important resource for me. I'm probably going to ignore the tiny trees like that. They're probably not going to be of huge use to me, but I am going to try and grab as much rich mahogany as I can. I think this might be the last rich mahogany tree that I down. I might down these two over here, just so I make sure that I have enough to go around. Okay, so that's handy. I'll be able to get rope vines. Thank you very much, you slime. I was not done looting that. But actually, there's another chest down here, so thank you very much, slime. That looks like the jungle entrance, so I'm going to be going down there. And the corruption, I'm first encountering it right now, so I'll actually grab some ebon wood, I think, from those trees before I head on down. I just want to get rid of this Eater of Souls before he knocks me off of whatever bridge I'm about to make. He is dead on with those stinger shots. Okay, so a mine track is usually a pretty good way to find some loot. It carves a nice open area, so I've already found a life crystal, which I'm definitely going to use immediately. Still no bombs, unfortunately. I'm still hoping I can find one. But there is a cabin down here that I'm going to go into. So the dynamite should be helpful. I don't think I'll need any of this other stuff, though. I'll grab the keg for decoration, maybe the chandelier. I'll just grab it just in case. And another life crystal, which is fantastic. I could always use more health in this situation. So I do have 3 bombs and a stick of dynamite right now, which is great. So let's go ahead and check out that jungle shrine. And I'll probably use the dynamite to blow the shrine up and grab the mudstone brick so that I don't need to craft as much, if any at all. I'm going to only be using the mudstone brick for background walls in the foundation part of the build, or the lower segments of the build. Well, let's see. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and leave the jungle before I get myself killed. And then I'm going to work myself to the right. Now, hopefully I could find some underground segments with some bombs, which would really help me out. Then I can mine up some stone. If not, I'll have to do the stone by hand. Okay, so the snowball cannon's okay, but not a huge help for the building aspect of this, I suppose. I'll grab it just in case, but I don't really want to spend a whole lot of time mining snow just for ammunition for a gun that I'm not really going to use. And I think I'm going to use my last bomb right here. Grab that copper and some more stone. So I have more stone than I have copper ore, so I don't need to grab more stone unless I find more copper ore. So for now, I think this might be pretty good. Okay, so there's a living tree with a path down. If I'm really lucky, I'll be able to get the wands and the loom, which I will use for decoration on the bottom part of the pontoon, to make it kind of look like algae is hanging onto it. So let's see if I'm indeed that lucky. Okay, so I have the leaf wand and the wood wand, which are great, but I unfortunately didn't get the loom. That seems pretty rare. This is a sword shrine, so I might be tempted to change my building plans and build around this, because I don't really find these around here often. Oh, it's fake. Never mind, I'm not building around a fake one. That's no fun. I do want these palm trees, because the palm wood will have a lot of furniture and decoration pieces that'll look quite nice with the pontoon. So as long as I give myself something to stand on once water walking ends, then I'll be good. And that's going to be no problem whatsoever. I just need a single block. So the floor of this is going to be made out of rich mahogany. Normally I would prefer to paint it, but obviously today that's not going to be an option. I'm also going to have this pontoon be in 2 segments, supported by a rope bridge. I just think that it's going to look a little bit better if it looks like 2 pieces of floating pontoon that are connected together. One of them will be 1-story house, the other one will probably be a 2-story if I have enough materials. So I'll just say the first one's probably going to be about that long. So for the rope bridge, I'm going to use the rich mahogany again and just go out and down. I do need a hammer, so I'm going to go ahead and quickly craft one. I don't think I'll need the spear or the cactus anymore. I didn't realize that cactus was so poorly made. I should have just made a second one. Unfortunately, I've wasted a ton of time dealing with enemies and whatnot, so I don't have a whole lot of time left. So I'm definitely not going to have the time to complete this build within the first 48 hours, unfortunately. However, I'm going to go ahead and complete it anyway. I need to pick challenges that aren't completely overzealous, but I guess we'll eventually we'll pick a challenge that we can win. Nonetheless, I'm having fun, and the builds are turning out to be nice, and you guys seem to be liking the idea of having challenges anyway, so I'm gonna keep doing them, even if they're not necessarily successes. And I did not realize I was drowning, so I will be right back. Okay, so I'm back at the beach, finally, and that definitely killed the rest of my time. I don't think I would have been able to complete the pontoon anyway, but any chance that I had went away with that death. I can't believe I was not watching my health, but oh well. It would be highly unfortunate if a shark decided to spawn right now. The jellyfish is annoying enough. Oh, there's the shark. I knew it was coming. I could feel it. These jellyfish are making this a lot more annoying than I thought it would be. Okay, so maybe the pontoon was a bit of a rough challenge for a super early build. However, we're here now and I'm committed. So the leaf is just to kind of make it look like there's a little bit of algae clinging to the bottom part where the barrels are. I'm just going to go ahead and place a little bit more like this, and hopefully I can hammer it from here. No, but maybe if I go down one more. There we go. Okay, so for the bottom layers of the pontoon, I'm going to use some mudstone brick, probably just 2 layers high. And then for this one, I might just do it 1 layer high, just so they're a little bit uneven, not exactly identical. And then for the doorways of the build, I'm going to use just platforms, just to make, not only does it look decent, but it's really simplistic, and I don't need to worry about any sort of doors or small areas, because I only have the 1 dungeon door, and while it does look great, I'd like to have more than one. I don't have enough copper plating left, so if I'm going to make the roof thicker on the other side, I might need to think of something else that I might do just to kind of add a different material to it and just make it feel a little bit more rugged. And I might go ahead and do that with leaf. I think that might look quite nice. So let's go ahead and switch to the leaf wand. And I'll just kind of place it around here, not as precise as I did with the copper plating, to kind of make it look like it was just thrown on top, maybe to keep the roof from getting too hot, or maybe it was just blown in over a storm or something like that. The top floor, I'm going to use some more rich mahogany and just connect it with the stairwell using some more platform. And I'm not sure if this bottom floor will actually be large enough to be valid house, so I'm going to go ahead and place some walls back here just to see and give it a test. So it is big enough, in which case I'm going to go ahead and place some more mudstone down here and some more wood wall on top of it. So, Can I build a pontoon within the first 2 days? No, I can't. It takes about closer to 3, I would say. At least with my current skill level and the fact that I died and had to run back and all of that jazz. But I did learn a lot, and I learned not to mess with the ocean early on with a brand new character. I mean, the build doesn't look as good as it would if I spent more time with a higher level character and had paints and whatnot. However, the challenge was quite enjoyable, and I hope you guys enjoyed the final outcome of it. If you guys enjoyed this challenge, and if you'd like to see more, please be sure to leave a like and a comment, and let me know what challenges you guys think I should take on. Hopefully they'll be more reasonable than the last 2 that I did. However, I don't mind attempting anything, so lay it on me. Thank you all very much for watching. I'll catch you all later. Happy building.